University Disability Services. My name is Linda. Our office provides accommodations according to documentation for our students with diagnosed disabilities. Some of the more common disabilities we provide accommodations for are learning disabilities, medical disabilities, ADHD, physical or mobility impairments, hearing loss, visual impairments, emotional or psychological diagnoses, autism spectrum disorder, and traumatic brain injury. However, these are not the only disabilities we provide accommodations for, so you can always ask about your situation. Bloomsburg University employs several certified American Sign Language interpreters who provide interpreting for our deaf and hard of hearing students. Our office provides academic accommodations. We also assist in the provision of housing accommodations. Students who are beginning college and had an IEP or a 504 plan in high school can submit signed copies of those documents to our office and schedule a time to meet with our director. IEPs and 504s are K-12 documents. They are not continued at the college level. However, we do refer to the accommodations provided in those documents and are able to continue access to some of those accommodations for the student. Not all accommodations provided in high school are appropriate in college, but some will continue, such as extended time and/or a separate location for exams, as well as assistance with note-taking. For other students, a licensed professional care provider, such as a doctor, must indicate what accommodations are appropriate based on the disability. This applies to academic accommodations as well as housing accommodations. The student requesting academic accommodations must meet with our director to establish accommodations for their courses. If a student submits documentation for a housing accommodation, our director will make sure that the documentation is appropriate and complete, and then notify BU Housing that documentation has been submitted that supports the student's housing request. Housing accommodations need to be taken care of early so that BU Housing can assign rooms to students according to housing's timeline. We also encourage that academic accommodations are discussed and all paperwork is completed prior to the beginning of the semester. However, we will accept documentation for accommodations at any time during the semester. We strongly suggest for those students who may be thinking that you don't or won't want to use accommodations, that you go ahead and get them set up. You can decide if and when you want to use them. Many times, as courses progress, they become more challenging. Even if a student begins college choosing not to use their academic accommodations, they may later find that having the support of accommodations becomes an important part of maintaining good grades. Within our office, we have private and semi-private testing rooms. Each room has a computer for use for exams. As a testing accommodation, a student may just need a quiet room away from distractions, or perhaps the use of a keyboard in a Word document, maybe to have an exam read out loud, or to be able to see the exam on the screen in a larger font. Some documentation provides for extra time for exams. We have a very user-friendly process for students to request to take an exam in one of our testing rooms rather than the classroom. On the day of the exam, the student would just come to the UDS office rather than going to class. We will have the exam ready for the student. Once the exam is complete, the student goes on about their day and we make sure that the exam gets back to the professor. Sure, UDS has great student office workers who work in our front office and greet students, faculty, and staff. They are very helpful in answering general questions and working with students to help them understand processes and procedures. Students can also schedule a meeting to talk with our director at any time during the semester, if it may be helpful. And the office support staff is almost always available for students to stop by with a quick question. Even if it's not accommodation related, our team is here to support your overall academic success, and we're happy to help you connect with other campus resources. Students find that this is an office of friendly people who are here to help. Many students benefit by the support we can help to provide. Students are always welcome to stop by, even if it's just with a quick hello. We hope you found this information helpful, and we're looking forward to working with you.